Hey, loves, it's your girl Mariah Sincere, and I am back with another bomb live. Okay, so for those of y'all who showed up to my live last Thursday and it went out, that was because of the internet, and like I could not figure it out. And then even today, I was gonna get on live earlier, but it's like at the same exact same time the live went out. So I don't know if this is a situation where like around the same time every day the live is gonna start going out, but nevertheless, I'm here. Let me let people know that I'm doing my live. With that said, if you're coming back, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mariah Sincere, and I am a self love coach who specializes in helping people radically transform their lives. I was able to do it myself at the beginning of last year. I hated my life, okay? I was working a dead end job. I went through a traumatic childhood, toxic relationships, and I decided within 6 months I wanted to move, and I did. So I'm coming at y'all live from the beautiful city of Medellin, Colombia. If you need help getting your life together, hit me up at thepassportsis at gmail.com. With that said, guys, we're going to get into it. So, last time that I came on, I talked about the whole Nikki Mudarris and LiAngelo Ball situation, as well as Blueface trying to warn DDG about him potentially becoming a baby father and having a baby mother. I will talk about that last this time. I started out the live on that tip last time, but anyway, I thought it was a really good live. So I said, let me come on here and do it again since I had to delete it because my live cut off in the middle of the live and we were having a good conversation. With that said, some new information has unfolded. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm letting people know I'm on live. If you're just now coming in, hit the like button. I'm just letting people, I'm sending out a notification that I'm on live. Okay. Anyway, so I was talking to my girl Sheba Talk. Shout out to Sheba Talks. If y'all don't follow sis, follow sis. And y'all look, I told her from now on the lunch hour, I'm gonna start actually coming on here and doing lunch at the lunch hour. So this is actually just some spaghetti meat with no spaghetti, y'all, because I'm trying to lose weight. So I'm gonna eat my lunch and we gonna chop it up. With that said, if you're just now coming in, hit that like button. Excuse my appearance, y'all. Excuse my hair today. I need to go get my hair treated so it looks a mess. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, for those of y'all who are late to the game, Nikki Mudarris, who was a love and hip hop star originally, started dating LiAngelo Ball. And if y'all don't know LiAngelo Ball, he's one of the Ball brothers. Y'all remember LeVar Ball, big baller brand, both of his sons being all three of his sons supposedly going to the league, and they did except for LiAngelo because he went to China with his teammates and got caught stealing, and that basically derailed his scholarship because he was gonna go to college for basketball. So now his name is Jello, his rapper name, and he is taking the rap industry by storm. People be talking about him and they say they don't like his music, but y'all, I'm feeling that tweaker song. Like every now and then I randomly bust out and I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. I like the song. And I saw him performing and people were making fun of him, but he was actually putting in effort. I said this on the last live I did about him. If he would have came out in that whole 2007, 2008 Dallas Boogie, Waka Flocka era, like he actually would have been a really big hit. And I still think he has potential. He managed to get Lil Wayne on the song with him. So I feel like he actually would have had the club turn. Do I think he has longevity in the game? Probably not. But I think he can have his moment, and I think he can flip that into something else. You know, his father taught them to be entrepreneurial minds, entrepreneurial mindset. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna pull up a video of how they initially met because I think it's important. Now, keep in mind that there is about an 8-year age gap between Nikki Mudarris and LiAngelo Ball. So he is currently 26. She is, no, is he 28? He's 28 and she's 36, I believe. And she started out on Love and Hip Hop, but I believe her family actually owned a booty club, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I can say it here, but and not just that, they come from money. They I'm not trying to be racist or stereotype, but they Arabs with long money. And I've always liked Miss Nikki, baby. That's how she started off on Love and Hip Hop. I've always liked her demeanor, her swag. She's always seemed kind of like a girl's girl. They first made her like the love interest of Lil Fizz, but you can tell she was just on there for the exposure. One thing I really will say, and this I'm gonna come to her defense later on, y'all will see why, is that I love that when she made her undergarments line, she always made sure to feature Black women, like from the lightest skin to the darkest skin. She always represented Black women. And I'm not sure if Black women were her target audience or demographic, but like I will say, she had Black women with natural hair, Black women with afros, Black women with texture. Like she's always shown love to Black women. And just keep that in mind for later on. Just bookmark that. Okay, so y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please. Let me find this video. Y'all, somebody is downstairs knocking so hard. I don't know if they forgot their key or what, but they better bring their key because I'm not getting up off this live to go do nothing. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't know if they're working on something down there. I don't think y'all be able to hear it. Okay, so I'm gonna eat while we watch this. So this is a video on how they first met.
Is this opposites attract?
Hold on. Let me make sure this turned up. Okay.
Or is it very similar?
I would say we're alike, but we are kind of opposite in the best way possible, because I feel like he brings me my peace. I feel like being in the like around the strip club life and just in living in Hollywood and all that stuff, I feel like it's a lot of people who are this, or a lot of people who just kind of just they don't really have anything going on. And when I met him, it was like he changed my life for the better. Like that we don't have drama. We're not, he has his life, his basketball, like he's focused. He's not trying to go out to the strip club 7 days a week and drink and party. Like, so it was just like he leveled.
My bad. I was talking while I was muting. I didn't want y'all to hear me just chomping down on my food. But you know what? I could actually see that being the case. A lot of people said that he got with her because she was older. Thank you. Yeah, I was on mute. Thank you so much. Hi, LaFills3. Thank you so much. This is my first time seeing you here. Welcome to my channel. I don't think he got with her to use her for her money. And let me explain why. I actually knew a guy and almost dated a guy that kind of reminds me of him. So I actually met him while I was in high school, and I kind of watched him. Like, there were times where like we could have got together, but the timing was never right. And then when the timing was finally right, we did start dating again. And he's actually a really good dude, sweet dude. He's the type that will get with you if you're, like he don't care about your situation. He'll get with you and be nice to you and treat you right. The thing is, when you deal with a dude like that while they're young, a lot of the times they are cheating. Not just that, I noticed that LiAngelo hops from relationship to relationship to relationship. those type of men always need a woman. So much so that they don't even like living on their own. They will always be with a woman. So I remember he would be in relationships, cheat on the girl kick him out. But like while he's with the girl in the house at home, really sweet, really gentle, really caring. All the girls will tell you, good listener, very helpful, but just always have to emotionally need another woman. What turned me off from him is by the time we both got single and it could have came together, I did not like that he had never really just been on his own and had not been, he had always had a girlfriend since we were in high school, right? Now he's married and I believe he's acting right now, but that took time, right? He's in his 30s now. He's about to what, maybe 32? So that took time. So all the women that have dealt with him up until then, again, they probably would say the same thing. Really sweet dude, really caring, will listen to you, but always emotionally kind of need some other woman in the mix. He's always hopping from relationship to relationship. And me, I can't really respect that. I'm sorry. So yeah, when it finally did become a situation where he was single, I didn't want to take him up on that. So I don't think it was a situation where he was necessarily like ill-intentioned when he got with her. Again, men like this feel like they need a woman, which is not necessarily a bad thing in itself. It's just when y'all are into it in a relationship, or maybe if they homies are doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, they do kind of have a proclivity to cheat.
Holding me out in the best way. And it's like, I needed that.
So I know that what I heard, you guys met on a hike, or that was your first date, was a hike.
That was where we met.
You met on a hike.
Yeah.
So I've went hiking many times. I haven't met anybody on a hike. I've tried to hang out by the the place on Runyon Canyon where the locks are on the fence. I've actually brought locks to put it up there, taking my time. Ain't nobody walked by me on a hike.
Do you want to borrow my dog? Maybe you'll have.
No, I don't
like
to
come out. Like I don't even hike or none of that for real. I just came out there. I had my dog with me. I'm like, oh, look at this. So I just took him over there. I was just gonna let him get a little air for real because we've been driving for a minute. So I don't know. That happened weird like that.
So you go to take your dog for a walk on the hiking trail and you run into Nikki on the hiking moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what makes you guys talk while you're hiking? Because I'm not the type of person that even wants to really talk while I'm working out because I look crazy.
Well, I look cute. And my dogs my 2 Pomeranians were like trying to attack his 2 big dogs. So I was like, oh, like, here we go. And then we just started talking, exchange numbers.
Okay. So we're going to get to the journey of talking and exchanging numbers to baby. Because that's a journey. So how long ago did you guys meet?
About a year and a half.
And so how did you know when you guys first met, either one of you, that this was going to be more than just meeting on hiking?
Initially, I didn't think, I didn't know. I was like, okay, he probably just thinks I'm pretty. He might not try to, we're 8 years apart.
Nikki was feeling him because one thing I noticed about Nikki, she like light-skinned dudes. So I'm sure she was feeling him from the jump. She loved light-skinned dudes. Let's continue.
So I was like, okay, he might just want to have fun. I'm trying to settle down. I just got my real estate license. So I'm kind of focused on my real estate. And I wasn't trying to just play around and stuff. And then we ended up dating and then we kind of both were on the same page with everything.
What about you? What did you think when you met Nikki? Did you know who she was?
Nah, for real. I was just.
You didn't even know. So you don't watch Love and Hip Hop. You're not really active on social media.
I'm not really into all that social media. I'm not on that life for real. I really just hoop. I'll be at the crib. I'm like you. I like staying at the house, man.
I can believe that. I can believe that he didn't know her. Because first of all, she's a reality TV star. And if y'all know anything about his father is rough. His father raised them to be men's men. So I don't see somebody like LiAngelo Ball sitting up watching reality TV or even caring to know. And a lot of times when you grew up playing basketball, you're very, very busy. You have a very busy schedule. I'd be surprised if he even had time to sit down and watch a lot of TV. So I actually could believe this. It doesn't sound like he's throwing shade, kind of like how Simone Biles' husband tried to do, because baby, we don't know who Simone Biles is. So it's not giving that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'll be with my dogs. My
He's not
brothers
like
come
you.
pull up. Like I just be with a little small group, you know.
And then you get her number. Do you get her Instagram?
Yeah, for sure.
So then did you go?
Nah, I just going off for like straight look, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, who is this for real?
He never knew.
But then when I started hanging out with her and stuff, like that's when we started clicking for real.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, you feel me?
Did you know who he was?
No.
That's crazy. Is this opposites attract or is it?
Okay. I'm having a hard time believing that both of them, like, what are the odds that both of them didn't know who each other was? But then again, Nikki's the boss chick. She's always getting to the money. So I'm going to give sis the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was just that busy. Okay. And again, he is I would say he's the lesser accomplished ball brother just because of how his career panned out. Right. But I would think, though, for both of them, after they met, because if they met in the same area, I'm sure they're not meeting in a poor area. I'm sure they're living in an area where everybody is somebody, or everybody knows somebody, or everybody's connected to somebody. I would imagine that they went and looked each other up. And maybe they did. They're just not necessarily disclosing that. It's kind of like, okay, when we first met, we didn't know each other. Okay. So after they initially got into a relationship, it seemed like it was love at first. You know, it seemed like they were in a stable relationship. Like, we didn't see a lot of drama. Nikki don't seem like the type to keep up a lot of drama. But with that said, they eventually broke up. And now the woman, Nikki, is alleging that he cheated on her and left. Now, the woman that he's dealing with right now, she seems to be a professional side chick, because she was Tim Anderson's side chick and got his initials tattooed on her. I remember seeing that last year. Okay. Now, people are saying that, you know, he left Nikki for a younger woman, but this woman is older than Nikki. This woman is older. I believe she's 38. And again, she was a side chick to Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson already had a side chick that he had a baby by. So Tim Anderson was cheating on the side chick with this side chick, right? So it's messy. It's messy. That ain't it. Hold on. No, that's supposed to be. Give me 1 second, y'all.
How many bones does a baby?
That ain't it, y'all. I hate it when I save something and then I can't find it. Give me 1 second. I promise I got y'all. Oh, you know what's the problem? I'm not on my saved. I'm not on my favorites, I think. That gotta be it. Here we go.
Girl, it looks like it's finally game over for Nikki Mudarris and LiAngelo Ball, because he just dumped her in the most humiliating way possible. And she is not handling it well. We all thought that things were perfect between these two, especially because they just welcomed a baby girl 2 months ago. But the next thing we knew, rumors started going around that he was cheating on her. While we were still trying to figure out what was going on, he dumped and moved on with his side chick. But that's not all, because Nikki just revealed that the side piece is also pregnant. And girl, when I tell you that Nikki spiraled out on social media, she crashed out big time. However, she is not going down easy because she is determined to make things super messy for these two, and she did not come to play. So let's break down this drama. Okay, so Nikki Mudarris and LiAngelo Ball first got together in 2022. They went public with their romance in September when Nikki announced the relationship on Instagram, saying, "And let's be clear, I'm very private with my love life, but I'm open with my relationship because my man don't want y'all. So girls, please do not even try and embarrass yourself. It ain't gonna happen."
Whoop, that's where she went wrong. Okay, I'm telling y'all now. Normally, them women who sit up and feel like they need to make social media announcements about their man and how faithful he is or is not going to be, they have some insecurity. Either the man has shown her already his proclivity to be unfaithful, or he is somebody that she views as highly desirable, or she just insecure to begin with. And honestly and truly, as a woman, I would not taunt other women like this because, first of all, you got a lot of women who will just try your man just to see, just because you said that and they felt away. Right now, if he's a real one, it won't matter. But like, are you sure he's a real one? I don't put nothing past no man. So women, we got to be careful when we are making these blanket statements and say, oh, my man would never do this or my man would never. I know too many women who walk around here acting like they are the exception to the rule. And the only reason why they walk around still believing that is that I ain't busted they bubble about they man. I know way too many. Yeah, thank you. Like, I know way too many. I'll let you walk around delusional. Probably me and a couple other women let you walk around delusional while you think you flaunting your relationship in front of everybody. Okay.
Happen. That's me. Child, it's the way she came for other women unprovoked because she really believed that her man would stand 10 toes down behind her. Anywho, things moved fast after that. The couple welcomed their first child, LiAngelo, in July 2023, followed by their daughter, Lanaya, in December 2024. It seemed like they were building their dream life together and things seemed perfect. Girl, it looks like it's finally game over for Nikki Mudarris.
Okay, let me get to part two. It's messy.
Career was on the rise too. He had a short stint in the NBA G League playing.
Let me say this. He was way more handsome when he, kept his face more kept. And, he wasn't so ruggish, thuggish looking. That was a better look for him.
Playing for the Greensboro Swarm, the Charlotte Hornets affiliate team. His big break came from social media when his song Tweaker blew up on TikTok, going viral and catching industry attention.
I don't care what y'all say. I like Tweaker. I might swerve in that corner. Oh. That's my jam. I don't care.
Attention. He even managed to get Lil Wayne on the remix, which is nothing short of impressive. The success of the song led to a $13 million record contract, catapulting him into the music industry spotlight. However, Nikki wasn't just arm candy for him. She's known for her time on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, comes from a wealthy family, and has her own successful business venture. But she put her energy into supporting LiAngelo's newfound success in the music world. As his popularity grew, Nikki stood firm, cheering him on every step of the way. The couple's chemistry was evident, and they complemented each other well, with Nikki's business smarts and LiAngelo's rising star status. They attended events together, looking like a power couple. Their social media posts showed a family full of love, with their kids always at the center. From the outside, their relationship looked picture perfect. They were young, successful, and growing their family. The couple was even planning family photos, a sign that things were going well. They shared their happiness on social media, giving fans glimpses into their seemingly ideal life together. Their relationship seemed to have it all: love, success, family, and mutual support, until it all came crashing down when he not only cheated, but also got another woman pregnant. LiAngelo's sudden betrayal left Nikki Mudarris reeling. The seemingly perfect life that they had built together came crashing down when LiAngelo walked out on Nikki.
Now, I wonder if the girl is really pregnant. Again, this is a professional side chick. So I wouldn't take everything she says at face value. You feel me? Like, it ain't like a situation where she just happened to be a side chick in this situation. No, this is what she does. So I don't know. I believe that she pregnant and the baby is his when the baby is here.
On Nikki and their children, revealing he had gotten another woman pregnant. His career was on.
Okay, so let me take, because I gotta take y'all back to the events that unfolded. I gotta go to Facebook, not Facebook, not the Facebook, Instagram. Let me go down. And I feel bad for her, but honestly and truly, I see the problem. I see where she went wrong. And it's not just the fact that he's younger, although I will say, ladies, if you're going to deal with a man who is significantly younger than you, especially if they're in their 20s, I'm not going to say you got to accept cheating, right? Cuz here's the thing. Men be in their 30s, 40s and 50s still cheating. Still cheating. That whole like a man is ready to settle down with you and not cheat after like 30, 35. That's not I don't know where, like, that don't apply. The rules don't apply. The rules don't apply. I think it's more likely that you'll meet a man that's ready to sit down and he's got it out his system. But you know, even in the chances are still high that you're gonna get cheated on. I think when you start dealing with men that are especially in their early 20s, you can guarantee you gonna get cheated on. I think that's the difference. Like, instead of it being very likely, like, you can guarantee, you can bet your money on that. Especially if it's a situation where, like, y'all gotta understand, I'm thinking of somebody like LiAngelo Ball. We think just because he's handsome and he's tall and he played basketball that he, had hit every woman that he wanted to hit. But oftentimes, like, those men who are focused on sports when they're kids and they got a father that don't play, like, they are not out here just, especially during their high school years, they are not out here just sleeping with every girl like you would think. That's not how it go down. As a matter of fact, I remember I dated this dude in high school. He was a football player, very tall, built, muscular, all of that. You would have think like he looked like somebody that at least you at least lost it by 15. He disclosed to me, and look, he used to talk, he used to run his mouth, act like he was trying to do something, wasn't trying to do nothing. When he wasn't really on that like that, but he would try to, say little stuff to me on the phone. He told me he did not lose his V card until he went to college. But you would have never known it. But looking back, it made sense. And he explained to me I was just so focused on football. So yeah. So he, LiAngelo, he got a lot he got to get out of his system. Let me go up. Okay, so he came out with the new side chick. So Nikki was like, then he did an interview where he was like, I see my YNs every day. Sir, YNs? You calling your baby son and your daughter YNs? Y'all, he's taking his rap persona too seriously. So here is what Miss Nikki posted. My baby daddy saw the amazing mom I was and made me a dad too. So thoughtful of him. You the best. Appreciate you. Then she gonna say, I forgot you was with your YNs every day. We pushing 6 weeks. Your kids ain't hear from you yet. Diabolical. Exit the chat. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. And it's gonna make sense. You know what? Let me add some more Yeah, the YNs took me out. Like, not you with your YNs. He childish, y'all. He childish. And again, I'm gonna say this: LiAngelo seems like he could be cool after 30, though. Not right now. LiAngelo is funny, y'all. He laid back though. Okay. So this is what he's had to say in response. It took him a minute, but he finally responded. Quit that soft sympathy ish. Nobody was in my shoes, but everyone can paint their own picture of me. LOL. I paid for the most ish in my life. I believe it. I believe it. Because Miss Nikki, baby, don't seem like she's a trick. It never gave that. It never gave older women trick. I'm sure she would be around him and would pay for stuff just because she had it and she didn't mind. but she don't give me the type of woman that would let a man use her for money. And she know he's there just for the money. It don't give that. But when you're with a woman like that who comes from wealth, because her family is got bread, then she wants to always be at certain places. You can't never just have a regular dinner out and a tab be like $60. Okay. Everywhere you go, it's an event. Every time y'all step out, it's an event. So I could see him saying he spent a lot of money. And a lot of the times, guys, these newer young dudes, I don't know what it was 10 or 15 years ago. These newer young dudes, they be breaking their bread. They be spending their money. I think a lot of it kind of comes from, I think a lot of the reason why they choose to date older is because they don't like, it's not like back in the day. I think back in the day, if you were a young man, you could be out here playing the field and doing what you wanted to do. And the young women were still gonna sit around waiting on you. These new girls their age are out here doing the same thing they're doing. And after a while, they get tired of that and they want to deal with somebody that's more sat down. So that's what I'm seeing with the younger dudes who are messing with the older women now. And they will spend their money. They absolutely will. And a lot of times they be trying to prove to you that that they don't need you for yours. And in their mind, they're competing with older dudes in their mind. So they got to show up and show out. So I can believe that. I also believe she spent a lot of money, her own money in that relationship, because she don't seem like the type to just trip over some money. I don't know when y'all thought she was paid. I can wipe my own A. She got to ask mommy and daddy or give up mileage. So basically, he's saying she got to either go ask her mom and dad for some money or she got to lay down with a dude for some money. So him, I don't know how true that is that she lays down with a dude for some money. It might be a situation where he's saying that, but she just don't mess with broke dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like all the dudes that she has can do for her. So I wouldn't necessarily take that as like she's a prostitute, but she only messes with dudes that are of a certain caliber. But honestly and truly, when you're somebody who has the amount of money that her and her family have, you got to make sure that all the dudes that you mess with are coming with a certain level of money, or else you're just going to attract the leeches. You're going to attract the bottom of the barrel. And that's what she was saying in that interview when she was doing that they were doing with Jason Lee. Like, you got to be careful. I'm never really public with relationships because you got a lot of users out here. So I understand that. And that's not really, I see what he was trying to do there, but nah, I don't look at that and think negatively of her. And, me personally, I wish I had a mom and dad that I could go get a whole bunch of money from. Y'all hit the like if y'all are in here. That lets people know that I'm on live. Oof, that was a rough comment, for real, for real. Yeah, because it could be taken any way. When he was like, oh, she got to give up mileage. It's like, what are you trying to say there? Are you trying to say that she's a prostitute? But I don't think he was trying to say that. Honestly, I feel like if she was, he would have been said it. I think he just kind of speaking out of his feelings. And you'll see why as I continue reading. I watch the kids more than her, and I'm a grown man with my own ish. I don't have to call her to conversate with my babies who can only say dad. I see that being the case too. I see that being the case because y'all got to understand she be on some boss stuff. I see that being the case where he was playing Mr. Babysitter, Mr. Nice Guy. A lot of times, and men like this, they'll be going through that and not really say nothing while it's happening, and then you want to explode later on. He might have said something to her then. And I kind of see him like, if you just went through a breakup, I can understand him saying, my kids can't even speak to me. I don't want to call right now because I really don't want to talk to you, because it's not going to be nothing but mess and drama. So there's no point unless he's coming to pick them up. He don't really like it needs to be okay, I'm picking my kids up. Now, him not picking his kids up for 6 weeks, if that's been the case, that's not right. He should have been trying to make arrangements through her or with her mother to pick the children up. But as far as the phone call thing, I think he's right on that, you know. And I'm saying this as somebody who I went through a breakup when my daughter was really young. They'll be at the mansion soon. I'll see them the right way. Don't trip, haha. And the way she talk and act, I'll leave again and again. Boom. Okay. With that said, I think that at some point LiAngelo would have cheated on Nikki. And I think when you are an older woman and you're dealing with a younger man, and we already know Nikki got some insecurities. The reason why I know she got some insecurities is the amount of surgery that she's had. It's not necessarily that she done had a couple of surgeries. She's had a lot of work done, which, and then not just that, she's had a lot of work done. She's trying to be this boss chick, but she's competing. Y'all got to understand the level at which she is competing at for these men. Every other woman looks like her, right? So when you place so much value in your looks and not who you are as a person, a lot of the times that alone is going to make you always feel like, dang, I got to kind of hold on tightly or trip a lot because I don't want my man out here cheating, right? But what that type of behavior does is it eventually leads to you, like, if they were gonna cheat, you push them to it quicker. You feel me? Again, I'm not trying to blame her in the situation. This is just the reality. It doesn't benefit you to be insecure. It doesn't. Y'all please hit the like button if y'all are just now coming in. I also could see it being the case that she talked to him crazy. You got to understand, when you are walking around, you're a woman in that type of industry. You're a boss. You got your own businesses. Your family come from money. I could see her trying to little boy him to get the upper hand. And my whole thing is, as a grown woman, when you get with somebody that is younger than you, it's either they a grown man or don't deal with them. Because if you feel like you got to talk down to them and talk to them like they your child, then honestly and truly, you just shouldn't even be with them. If you can't look that man in the eye and see him as a man for whatever reason, whether it be that he's too young or some of the actions that he's done or some immaturity that he's shown, it's best to just walk away from that situation. Because it seems like instead of her just recognizing that, if that's what she felt, she tried to kind of like tear him down, let him know you a little boy. Let me continue reading. I ain't never been the dude to put up with that ish. She been preaching she want a co-parent and she got older niggas who love her. I could see that being the case. I could see her getting mad and being like, oh, I could go get, hey, what's up, DJ Batman? Good to see you, brother. I could see that being the case. I could see her getting mad at him, and to try to get at him or get an emotional reaction, I could see her saying, oh, well, I got an older dude that I could go to with more money than I could see it. So it's kind of like after a while, when you're emasculating a man like that, even if he was going to just cheat and come back home and be with you, because again, I'm not saying he was never going to cheat on her. This is a situation where he like, I don't even want to be around you. I don't even want to be around you. I'd rather leave. And here's the thing. Men rather cheat in silence, in secret, than publicly break up with you and leave and go be with a side chick. I don't meet too many men who want to go leave and be with their side chick, honestly and truly. Or if they do, they're too afraid to go do it. But the fact that he was like, okay, I'm out, bounce, that let me know he did that with animosity. He might not even really like this girl like that. I feel like everything he's doing now is him trying to regain his pride back from what things she said during the relationship. So I freed her, LOL. But God forbid I say anything. I could see it being the case. And again, I like Nikki Mudarris. I like Nikki Mudarris. I just think maybe she kind of bit off a little bit more than she could chew. I think maybe she was a little bit insecure. So Nikki, she been crashing out. And honestly and truly, I understand crashing out after a breakup, but I feel like she's too old to be crashing out on the internet. If she's going to crash out on his cell phone, baby girl, crash out in private. Why are you crashing out on social media? You know, And I feel like we live in a society, because I'll keep it all the way 1,000. I feel like we live in a society where people are expected to suppress their emotions. And I don't necessarily think it's nothing wrong with going in on a dude. Is it the best strategy strategically wise? No. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do, honestly and truly. I'm the type of person, I'm going to tell y'all, if you just follow me on social media, hold on, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying, because I'm gonna actually give y'all some good game in a minute. There was some talk about that, her little boying him, yeah, and that's what he's saying she was doing. So that was never going. If she was gone every time she get mad, little boy him, he was eventually gonna leave. If he had any type of self-respect and decency, possibly even making comparisons to other men she could be with instead of him. Yep, that's what he said. Yep, that's what he said. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Please do a book review series on this. I feel like you told me about this book. Then we think that your channel will get popular. Okay, I'm going to look into a Court of Thorns and Roses. Let me write that down. A Court of Thorns and Roses. How should I do a book review series? Should I go live or do videos? Let me know. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Please do a book review series on this. Then we think that your channel will get popular. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure. Y'all hit the like button, please. Okay, so I'm gonna put y'all up on some good game. Because if you just follow me on social media, you would probably think that I never ever like, you would think I don't crash out at all in behind dudes. And to be honest, I wouldn't say I'm a major crash out. Like, I'm not the type to go put sugar in your tank. I'm not the type to be calling females. I'm not the type to be popping up to where you're at. I got way too much pride for that. But like, when it's over or you done hit the last straw, I gotta cuss you out one good time. Now, if you feel like you still not over the situation, don't run to social media. If you feel like you still not over the situation and you gotta get some aggression out, just cuss the person out that you mad at. Y'all, there have been times where I was like, okay, I'm done with this dude. Whoopity whoop, he done did some F shit. And like, it's like 2 or 3 months later, and I start thinking about it, right? And I get upset. So I hit the dude up. And it's deceiving at first because I hit him up on some friendly stuff. So the dude, this is how men operate. They know that most women, we get emotional, and all you got to do is give it some time, and like, we'll come back and still try to like deal with you or try to rekindle things or let you back into our life. I'm a Gemini. Ain't no coming back. Like, once you done push me to a certain limit, I don't really do all that spinning the block like that. You feel me? But what I will do though is I might hit you up. Oh, hi, how you doing? You thinking, oh dang, I got her back right where I want her. And then like the next day I cuss you out. And it was all just for me to emotionally like get my emotions out about the situation. Like, so I could go on, like, after I done cussed you out, after I done took you on this emotional roller coaster, I feel good. It's like the transference of energy. Y'all ever seen Two can play that game where Morris Chestnut go to Vivica A. Fox house and just start an argument with her and he leave feeling good? That is real, okay? So then they be so confused. The whole time I already know from the beginning, I knew it was a no, but it just kind of helps me deal with my aggression. I don't know. Is it right? I don't know. Yeah, and then people really, they be thinking I'm crazy or bipolar, and it's not that. It's that my intention was never to spin the block. My intention was never to get back with you. It's just I got some stuff I got to get off my chest. So like, I understand, like, I don't necessarily recommend suppressing your feelings, and people say, well, go to therapy. Yeah, go to a therapist, but sometimes you just got to feel like, even if it's for a moment, that you got your lick back. But don't do that in the public eye, y'all. Don't do that on social media. You got to find your little slick ways to get your aggression out. And don't do it in a way where it affects the children either. Okay, let me continue. So I'm going to show y'all the picture. It looks like LiAngelo Ball. bought Rashida Nicole a G-Wagon. All of this is to get back at Miss Nikki, baby. All of this is to get back at her. You know? And the girl, I am Mr. Nicole just because. Love you. Girl, how long have you been? Why are you talking about you love him? This is the silly broad. Because how do you love somebody that just got out of a relationship a couple weeks ago? I'm trying to figure it out. How long have they been dealing with each other? He all hugged up with her. All of this. And here's the thing. I don't know if this woman is just playing along or if she's really that silly that she don't see that all of this is just to antagonize Nikki. You are a pawn, sis. This is not gonna last. So here go Nikki responding. Here's the thing. A reaction, even so she say, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. How about here we go. No, that's not it. Hold on. That's a nice G-Wagon. I ain't gonna hold you. That color is nice. Here we go. Here go, Nikki. I wear this on my wrist. You doing all this and you still haven't sent your kids no money. That's sad, girl, because he's trying to get at you. And my whole thing is she don't know how to play the game. When a man do something like that and then it's posted on the internet, she trying to get at him. She's trying to get at him, the girl, and LiAngelo was trying to get at Nikki. Both of them trying to get at her. I would pretend I didn't even see it. I would never even mention it to him. I wouldn't say anything about that car because it's all stunts and shows. He probably gonna take that car back anyway. Today, just making her mad at totally just making her mad at this point. Yeah, they're trying to piss her off. And honestly and truly, we don't know who bought that car. Because y'all, how celebrities work, how celebrity culture works. People will rent a car and then get on the internet playing like it's theirs. Women will buy a car for themselves and then tell the man, hey, make it look like you bought it for me. So we don't really know for sure. I wouldn't have gave that no reaction. As far as her saying that he hasn't sent the kids any money, I mean, this is gonna sound messed up to say, and in any other circumstance, I would never say this, but it's like they're feuding right now. And I know he's probably looking at the situation like my kids are good. Like they are more than good. You feel me? It's not like this is a situation where she broke, struggling, or middle class. Her family has hella money. Now, eventually he needs to come see about his kids and break the bread. But this is messy. This is a messy, childish breakup. Okay. So this is another thing Miss Nikki did, which I don't recommend y'all do this, ladies. If you break up with a man and y'all getting into it, you trying to play these games where you're going out with other men and trying to make them jealous, it might make them hot for a little bit, but men are not stupid. They understand you're doing it just to get at them or get over them. Meanwhile, in the public eye, it looks like you caught another body or you out here thoughting and you out here hoeing. You might have could have caught, been laying down with this man right after a breakup just to help you with your heartbreak. I don't know. What I'm saying is it's a bad look. It's not the move to make. You know what I'm saying? Like if you and your man break up, even if he out here in the public with another chick, you hold your peace and you hold your composure. Because at the end of the day, people don't need to know. First of all, you really need to give yourself an opportunity before you going out with other people. Don't try to heal yourself like that. And second, people don't need to be in your business that way. Don't play yourself trying to play him. Right? That's kind of like what I was saying with the whole Cardi B and Offset situation. Yeah, Offset definitely deserved to get cheated on and drugged through the mud and all that. But you can't be so focused on getting revenge on another person that you completely discount how it's going to make you look and appear. Like you got to always put yourself first. Not trying to get back at another person. So she's playing herself. So she went out with this dude. I'm gonna show y'all. I might need to make myself smaller. I think I got the video on TikTok. Okay. I don't got the video of the date, but let me pull this up. She went out with this dude called Mozzie. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it here. Light skinned dude. Okay, so she went out with him. Then she showed a picture of him buying her a watch or something like that. And all of this to try to get back at LiAngelo. All of this. So then she gonna say, I'm single, y'all. It's no tea for real, because people were talking about it. Then she gonna say, all I know is I'm gonna have a ball this summer, a effing ball. I think that was a word play on his last name. So after that, this is why she moving too fast and she looking messy. So this dude Mozzie right here. Let me see if I can make myself smaller and below him. Oh, hold on. I gotta share this. Okay, let me blow it up. Okay, so apparently Miss Nikki Baby got a type. She like biracial men. Okay, so she went out with the dude Mozzie. Oh dang, I didn't realize there were screenshots of everything. Okay, here go the date. Here go the date. She's showing the ice and all of that. Well, a girl comes out. Her name is Diana, and she says that her and Mozzie were supposed to be together. Okay. Oh wow, this is a lot of messages. This is messy. The girl said that Mozzie told her that he wanted to retire and settle down with her. Now, honestly and truly, I think this might have been a situation where the dude, Mozzie, he might be an opportunist, probably been in Nikki's DMs. She finally responded to his DM and he took her out on a date. It might have been one of those situations. So let's see what these text messages say. She said, you just told me today you want to retire and settle down, but a few hours later you are sitting courtside with Nikki. Yes, baby, because she's the bigger opportunity. I'm sorry. He see this as his retirement plan. After you sat there and took her baby daddy's side, accused her of being a whore, and said he had every right to leave her with a newborn baby. Dang, she messy. You're beyond disgusting and desperate. It could have actually been a situation where he said all of that because they was talking about celebrity gossip and drama, what was going on with other celebrities, and then he might have been chilling at the house an hour or two before the game. And she finally responds to a DM. So he took her, like now he like, oh, let's go to the game together. Like he didn't expect she would finally talk to him. Y'all got to understand, ladies, when a man sit up and talk about a woman that he don't even know like that with so much vitriol, you better believe that he would hit that. He would hit that 9 times out of 10, especially if it's a situation where they kind of run in the same circles. So, like, I remember one time I was dating this dude and we had a mutual like friend, right? And she was actually like, she was a makeup artist. So she was cool. Like, I liked the girl. So he made comments about women that wear too much makeup and they wear more makeup, so much makeup that you can't tell what they look like or they don't look like that without their makeup. And he brought this particular girl up. Mind you, she was his friend before she was my friend. And when I say friend, I'm going to say loose acquaintance. He knew her before I knew her. So he just randomly brought her up. And I didn't really think much of it. You know, I like the girl, so I wasn't like, talking about her, or nothing like that. Anyway, we break up. I see the girl at the gym. We're talking, and we would see each other at the gym. We're talking. She kind of giving me info as to stuff he trying to get back with me, but there's some things he's doing that I'm like, oh no, she kind of giving me the info. So I'm like, nah, I ain't never getting back with him, right? So then she tells me that he got upset with her because he tried to make a move on her and she wasn't going for that. Mind you, to me, she wasn't, she not a bad looking girl. She got a nice body, nice shape, nice booty, all of that. So I could definitely see the appeal. But this was the same man who sat up and tried to talk about the way that she looked, but really you want her on the low. So always be mindful of that, ladies. When a man is just randomly bringing up a woman and the way she looks, and you didn't bring it up, you didn't ask, he just volunteering the information. Yeah, a lot of times the females that he act like he wouldn't be trying to smash, he's obsessing over them. Or maybe he's in his feelings because she played him to the left. So look, it looked like he was telling the girl, "Look, I'm so happy to be with you." She telling him, "I love you. I don't want us to fight anymore or hurt each other." Also, they had just got done arguing. I'm gonna get myself together so I don't f this up again. I appreciate you for giving me another chance. I won't make you regret it. I love you so much. I miss you so much. I'm gonna spoil you every day with love and happiness. This could even been a situation where Nikki paid him to go out with her. I can see her doing something like that. I will. I'm sorry, but I am an entertainer, babe. But okay. Yeah, it might have been a situation where Nikki hit him up and was like, hey, come out with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. The whole situation is ghetto. It's giving trauma. It's giving toxic situation. And honestly and truly, I think they just need to be separate for a while. Again, if you're gonna deal with a younger person, you gotta be secure. You gotta deal with them like they are a grown person because they are. LiAngelo Ball is not 18, 19, 21. Okay, he's 26. I think he'll be 27 this year. Yeah, he will be 27 this year. So all of that talking about these older men throwing that up in his face. Now, Nikki, we know you don't want these 50-year-old men. They just come in with resources. That's it. Quit playing. I don't think the age gap is that big of a deal, especially at the age that they are. I don't think the age gap was that big of a deal. I just think they were both kind of immature. She's immature too. To be 36 years old, she's very immature. Okay, so I want to bring this up again. I talked about it in my last live, but I will talk about it again. This goes back to the whole DDG and Halle Bailey situation. So Blueface tried to warn DDG in 2021 that he was on his way to being a baby daddy. DDG didn't want to listen. Some people don't believe that fat meat is greasy, so you got to show them. Let's get to it.
What you mean?
Let me make sure I'm sharing it. Okay, here we go.
I'm not gonna have no baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life. It ain't. Yeah. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody. It all starts like that. Exactly how you think. I'm not.
No lie, I done heard so many now baby daddies say that. My baby daddy said that.
Sometimes the kid break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kid be the reason y'all break up. How the kid gonna break me? Nah, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get the rise, and she might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she gonna.
I talked about this last time. The kid breaks you up most of the time because there were already problems that existed before the kid. Let's start there. Then as a woman, before you have a kid, all of your love and attention and affection is going to the man. Once you have that baby, though, he becomes secondary. I don't want to say an afterthought, but if you are a healthy woman who has attached to your child and the love, like all of your love is like instantly redirected to another human being. So all the problems with the man become magnified, especially if it's a situation where he got you being a single parent within the relationship, where you're doing most of the changing of the diapers. When he acts like you're asking him to babysit just for him watching a kid while you try to go do something else, leaving you alone with the kid while they're out and about with their friends and still living a single life, that will drive a woman to divorce or break up with a man. It's very crucial during that first year, brothers. It really is. Whether or not y'all stay together depends a lot on how you act during that time. It's not necessarily the woman feel like she got something over you. Women genuinely just will get very disgusted with you very quickly. With that said, ladies, I said this during my last live. Y'all gotta stop getting with men with the expectation that they are going to be as nurturing or as mothering as you when you had a baby. You really don't know. You really don't know how a man is gonna act when the baby comes. I don't care who he was before the baby was there. And that's why I say you gotta go into motherhood with the thought process of, I'm having my babies for me, and I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew. I'm not going to have more children than what I'm willing and able to mentally, financially, and spiritually handle on my own, because you just honestly and truly can't put faith in these men to play the mothering, nurturing role that you're going to play, you know? And I it might sound wrong, or y'all might say, oh, well, you shouldn't think that way, or we should expect more from these men. But I'm a realist. It's not about shoulda, coulda, woulda, what men should be doing. It's about what the majority of them are doing. So I have to go by that. That's why I don't knock the child-free movement women. I have a child. I love my child. If I could go back and do it again, I would have her again. But I do not knock child-free women, because when you see situations like this, you know, it makes you empathetic towards that thought process.
Yeah, different. She might be using the kid to boss you around, to keep tabs on you.
And that's what I said in the last live that I talked about this. You might just tell a man, hey, I need you to stay home and help me tonight. And he feels like you bossing him around. What? We just had a baby. I'm struggling. Okay. My cootie cat just got sewn back up. It looked like I got hit with a Mack truck down there. You still wearing pads and stuff. Your stomach is all messed up and jiggly. You look in the mirror, you feel disgusted. Your hormones are still out of whack. And then on top of that, you have to breastfeed and you have to emotionally be there for the baby. You're like not getting enough sleep. And men like this feel like you just trying to keep tabs on them, and they're not even trying to empathize with what you're going through as a woman. That's why I say, ladies, you got to go into motherhood with the mindset of, this is what it's gonna be like before you make, because 9 times out of 10 that this is what it's gonna be like. It might not be as bad as the situation with Blueface, but I've seen even middle class married people, the woman complaining to me about the same stuff a single mother is complaining about. I said this last time. I know a married woman who had a baby. Husband got 3 months of maternity leave so he could help her with the baby, and he's still doing these same type of behaviors, not wanting to really pull his weight, and she's complaining about it.
And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, no, this, that, you know.
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
Yes, I know it's all girls.
Yeah, they all like that. It's not just one or two. All of them are petty. So the second y'all get into y'all.
Now, I understand him saying that women are petty, but a situation like that with kids, do y'all see that there's an inability to even empathize? and I'm not saying that all men see it that way, but the vast majority do. And that's why I say you got to be very careful when it comes to deciding to have a child, right? And sometimes the who may is a very little consequence when we just don't see eye to eye as a sex. You know, it's too much sexual conflict as a species that we have between the male and the female.
That little situation, y'all little Twitter beef, and then the kid.
See, I don't plan on having a baby.
What you mean?
Yeah, so DDG, he learning. And again, I think he got a lot of growing to do. He's been handling the situation very immaturely, but he cannot say that he was not warned. You know, I think when you're young and in your early 20s, you feel invincible. You feel like it ain't never going to be you. And that's why we got to learn how to stop having to go through it all the time to get it. There are people who went through it before us. And if they're all telling you the same thing, you might want to, you know, be humble and heed their warnings. With that said, guys, I enjoyed this live with y'all. I will be back tomorrow at 1:30 for the lunch hour. With that said, y'all hit the like button on y'all way out, and y'all have a good afternoon. Goodbye.